Hello and welcome back to Rara's Adventures. This month we are visiting Bodiam Castle. Now, normally I read out the changes because of COVID. Today I've decided I'm not going to do that, and I'll leave that all the information on my website, which I'll leave links below so you can go and read all about it. Today, firstly I want to mention that normally they hire out mobility scooters here, but because of COVID the volunteers aren't able to come and hire out the mobility scooters and keep up with the cleaning, so at this current stage they're not out for rental. They are free to take out when they are active, so just check the website before coming to visit to see if this has changed or not. Here at Bodiam Castle they have designated disabled car park bays which you don't have to pay for, so please remember bring your blue badge. Otherwise, if you don't have one, then you do have to pay at the machine. Just to give you all heads up. Also I'd like to let you know, and we will be filming this and taking photos, the grounds are all gravel paths, which is brilliant. It's all sort of hard sanded, but it is gravel, so you should be absolutely fine with a mobility scooter and wheelchair. I personally say if it's one of the tiny mobility scooters with the really little wheels, it may struggle in wet conditions, so please be mindful about that. Before we start our visit sharing with you what Bodiam Castle's like, I want to say for kids they've made this where they're free to pick up on your way in, and what they do is you go around looking for the different pictures whilst you're walking around and you tick them off. So I just wanted to share that as well. I thought that was a nice little extra for the children as well as exploring this amazing castle. So let's go and have a look. The moat, anyone arriving at the castle had to cross over the moat on a wide wooden bridge. The moat around the castle made it impossible for enemies to dig under or climb over the wall. The coat of arms. When looking up at the gatehouse wall, you will see the coat of arms and a helmet with a unicorn. The unicorn was Sir Edward's badge, and he wore a helmet like this when he went into battle. The gatehouse has massive thick walls to give the impression of being impenetrable fence. There are gun loops to house the handheld cannons. The vault above features ring bosses or murder holes through which could be dropped on attackers. I would just like to say that the stairs are not disabled accessible and they're very scary. Represents an array of irregular room walls where once there were neat facades of stone-built speculation, but the essential framework remains clear. The screen's passage. Just off the central courtyard is the screen's passage, which divided the house between the service end and the principal lodgings. Always once led to the buttery, kitchen and tray. The kitchen was reached through the central arches of the screen's passage and has a huge roasting hearth in the south wall and a second hearth in the north, inset with bread or pastry ovens. The great hall, once used for daily communal meals of the household, the servants sat at benches with tables set lengthways down the hall. Darling ridges were provided with a step so they sat facing the entire room. The southwest tower. From the kitchen, steps led down into the southwestern turret to pool, probably fed by a spring. The upper levels of this tower comprise fine accommodation for a kitchen steward raising to a dovecote with nesting boxes. The hall's main entrance was from the courtyard up steps to a space with cream and green Flemish tiles and divided by a fine screen carved in chalk. There was a room above the chapel called the oratory where Sir Edward and Lady Elizabeth would sit, being the most important people in the castle, with the idea they were higher up and therefore closer to God. Hello, so we have come to the end of our visit at Bodiam Castle. We've had an amazing visit here today. Most of it is disabled access, i.e. for wheelchairs, apart from the towers that you can go into and up, and where the well is, that isn't accessible. But apart from that, the grounds are great for wheelchairs and small mobility scooters. We've seen a couple going around today and they don't seem to be having any trouble. So yes, it is mobility scooter friendly, it's wheelchair friendly, which is excellent. There's large areas of greenery where you can sit and have a picnic, or you can go to the cafe, and there's things for children to interact as they go around, as I showed you at the start, which keeps them busy as well. And then also they have amazing fun inside the castle, look at all the different things going on. Obviously before you come, make sure that you check their website to check what is open or different events that's going on. Always check the website, especially at these times with COVID around. We'd like to say a massive thank you to Bodiam Castle for letting us come to visit today. We've had a wonderful experience, we really enjoyed it. And also, as usual, we'd like to say a big thank you to everyone following on YouTube, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, click the button, like, share, follow, so you don't miss any upcoming video vlogs coming up. Okay, so we will see you next month on the 1st. Remember, it's released every month on the 1st at 1 PM. Okay, we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye.